Hello, welcome to the weekly highlights program on Azərbaycan Television with the major developments of the week. I'm your host, Ilham Məmmədov. Now first, let's take a brief look at some of the top stories of this week. On May 20th, President İlham Əliyev received a delegation led by Daiga Mierina, Speaker of the Latvian Sejm. President İlham Əliyev visited the embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the country to offer his condolences over the tragic death of Sayyid Ibrahim Raisi, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Foreign Minister Hussein Amir Abdullahian and other accompanying individuals in a helicopter crash. On May 20th, President İlham Əliyev received a delegation led by Daiga Mierina, Speaker of the Latvian Sejm. Praising the successful development of bilateral relations between the two countries, President İlham Əliyev noted that the reciprocal visits at the level of heads of state and other levels have contributed to the expansion of bilateral ties. President of Azerbaijan emphasized the importance of interparliamentary cooperation. The head of state noted that following the restoration of Azerbaijan's territorial integrity and sovereignty, historic opportunities for peace have emerged in the region. Touching on the activities of the Minsk Group co-chairs, President İlham Əliyev highlighted that the efforts did not yield any results, and during that time, the occupation of Azerbaijani territories continued. The head of state noted that there are currently very good and favorable opportunities to advance the peace agenda and mentioned that positive agreements have been reached as part of the bilateral process towards the delimitation and demarcation of borders. President İlham Əliyev pointed out that Azerbaijan has resolved this conflict. Thus, the conflict in international relations has been resolved. However, despite this, it is regrettable that new conflict zones are emerging in the world. The head of state touched on Daiga Mierina's visit to Karabakh. The Speaker of the Latvian Sejm expressed her satisfaction with the opportunity to visit Karabakh, noting that they had visited Shusha and other parts of the region. She highlighted the deeper cultural ties between the Latvian and Azerbaijani peoples, which extend beyond the 30 years of diplomatic relations between the two countries. In this context, she fondly recalled that over 100 years ago, Latvian artist Julius Strom lived and worked as a teacher in Shusha, where he created a collection of Azerbaijani carpets. Daiga Mierina also extended her congratulations on Azerbaijan hosting COP29. President İlham Əliyev expressed his gratitude for the congratulations and mentioned that the President of Latvia would visit Azerbaijan to participate in COP29. During the meeting, both parties expressed satisfaction with the relations and mutual support between their countries within international organizations. Latvia thanked Azerbaijan for supporting its candidacy for non-permanent membership in the UN Security Council. The meeting also highlighted Latvia's support for cooperation between Azerbaijan and the European Union and NATO, as well as Azerbaijan's contribution to the energy security of EU member states. The role of Azerbaijan in developing the Middle Corridor in its collaborative efforts with regional countries was also noted at the meeting. The discussion touched on cooperation in agriculture, tourism and other fields. The speaker highlighted Latvia's extensive experience in agriculture and expressed interest in cooperating with Azerbaijan in this sector. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan İlham Əliyev received Laziz Kudratov, Minister of Investment, Industry and Trade of the Republic of Uzbekistan, co-chair of the Intergovernmental Commission. Expressing gratitude for the reception, Laziz Kudratov conveyed greetings and best wishes from President of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, to the head of state. He noted that the President of Uzbekistan highly appreciates the level of partnership between the two countries. Laziz Kudratov emphasized that the success achieved through the far-sighted and wise policies of the President of Azerbaijan are welcomed with joy in Uzbekistan. The Uzbek minister highlighted Azerbaijan's strengths and influence in the international arena, its dynamic economic development, and the increasing volume of investments. Laziz Kudratov mentioned that despite global challenges, Azerbaijan has successfully managed to maintain inflation. He also emphasized that the return of occupied territories under President İlham Əliyev's leadership and the restoration of historical justice are significant events not only in Azerbaijan's history, but also in the history of all Turkic states. The minister noted that this historic event was welcomed with great joy in Uzbekistan. He expressed gratitude to the head of state for supporting the initiatives aimed at strengthening bilateral cooperation. President İlham Əliyev expresses gratitude for the greetings and best wishes from Shavkat Mirziyoyev and asked Laziz Kudratov to communicate his greetings to the President of Uzbekistan as well. The head of state noted that the development processes implemented under the leadership of the President of Uzbekistan are closely followed with great interest in Azerbaijan. President İlham Əliyev underlined that the economic reforms and policies aimed at the development of social and other sectors by the President of Uzbekistan are yielding concrete results. Fondly recalling his visit to Uzbekistan, President Ilham Aliyev mentioned that during the visit, he witnessed the successful resolution of issues related to the country's industrial potential and the preservation of its historical and cultural heritage. The head of state expressed confidence that interaction aimed at the development of cooperation will continue in the future. President Ilham Aliyev specifically praised the support of Uzbekistan and the Uzbek people in the restoration of Azerbaijan's sovereignty. Touching on his visits with President Shavkat Mirziyoyev to the cities of Fizuli and Shuja, the head of state noted that the opening of the school in Fizuli, a gift from the president and people of Uzbekistan, carried symbolic significance. President Ilham Aliyev pointed out that Laziz Kudratov's visit to Azerbaijan creates favorable opportunities for revisiting projects aimed at strengthening economic cooperation. President Ilham Aliyev visited the embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran in the country to offer his condolences over the tragic death of Sayyid Ibrahim Raisi, President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian, and other accompanying individuals in a helicopter crash. Sayyid Jafar Aghayi, charge d'affaires of the embassy of the Islamic Republic of Iran in Azerbaijan, welcomed the head of state. President of Azerbaijan signed a book of condolences. Then, speaking with the charge d'affaires of the embassy, President Ilham Aliyev said that the tragic death of the President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Mr. Sayyid Ibrahim Raisi, deeply shook us all. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Hossein Amir Abdullahian, and other individuals tragically died with him. May Allah rest their souls in peace. I express my condolences to the people of Iran. This is a huge loss. This is a loss not only for the people and state of Iran, but also for the entire Muslim world. Sayyid Ibrahim Raisi was a prominent statesman, an outstanding politician, and a great personality who had won the trust of the Iranian people. Our numerous meetings always left a great impression on me. My last meeting with him was a historic one. Both he and I described it as a historic meeting. Our joint participation in the opening of a large infrastructure project at the state border indicated how strong Iran-Azerbaijan relations are. It was a very clear message to both our peoples and the whole world that we are friends and brothers and that we will continue to be together. After the opening ceremony, both the late President Raisi's and my official statements had very serious political implications. Both presidents openly stated that the countries located in the region should actively participate in the future development of this region. This tragedy, of course, is a huge pain both for his relatives and those who knew him. But what is comforting is that he dedicated his life to the development of the Iranian people. He played a special role in defending the national interests of the Iranian state. Both during his term as president and in the previous periods, he sought to improve the well-being of the Iranian people and played a major role in protecting national interests. As you are aware, we were together for more than 2 hours just before this tragedy occurred. During the bilateral meeting, which lasted more than an hour, many important issues were discussed. The future directions of the development of Iran-Azerbaijan relations were reaffirmed, and the strong political will of both sides was demonstrated again. At the same time, we had a broad exchange of views on specific infrastructure projects and made important decisions. I am confident that those who participated in that meeting will convey this to the new leadership of Iran. I am sure that all the agreements reached will be implemented because they are based on the interests of the people of Iran and Azerbaijan. We expressed our firm determination during the conversation with the late President Raisi that from now on there would be a significant number of large projects, both bilaterally and multilaterally. Unfortunately, he was not lucky enough to see the implementation of future projects. Everyone has to accept fate. However, let me say again, the comforting fact is that he sacrificed his life for the development of Iran. And in our memory, in the memory of the people of Iran and the people of Azerbaijan, he will remain as a bright personality, a great statesman, and a great friend of the state and people of Azerbaijan. Please accept my condolences again. May Allah rest his soul in peace. Sayyid Jafar Aghayi expresses gratitude to the President of Azerbaijan for visiting the embassy and offering his condolences. An official welcome ceremony was held for Imam Ali Rahmon, President of the Republic of Tajikistan, who arrived in the Republic of Azerbaijan for a state visit.
İlham Aliyev, President of Azerbaijan, welcomed Emomali Rahmon, President of Tajikistan.
Qaravul, fərağat! Soldan qarşılamaq üçün. Qaravula! Oh!
The Chief of the Guard of Honor reported to the Tajikistani President.
Cənab Tacikistan Respublikasının Prezidenti, sizin Azərbaycan Respublikasına gəlməyiniz şərəfinə fəxri qaravul düzülür. Qaravul rəisi Polkovnik Leytenant Quliyev.
President İlham Aliyev and President Emomali Rahmon reviewed the Guard of Honor.
Salam asker.
The national anthems of the Republic of Tajikistan and the Republic of Azerbaijan were played. The delegation of Azerbaijan was introduced to the President of Tajikistan, while the delegation of Tajikistan was introduced to the President of Azerbaijan. The Guard of Honor marched in front of Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev and Tajikistani President Emomali Rahmon to the accompaniment of a military march. The presidents posed for official photos.
President Ilham Aliyev held a one-on-one meeting with Emomali Rahmon, President of the Republic of Tajikistan. President Ilham Aliyev held an expanded meeting with Emomali Rahmon, President of Tajikistan.
Уважаемый Имам Али Шарипович, уважаемые гости.
Addressing the meeting, President Ilham Aliyev welcomed President Emomali Sharipovich and other guests. The head of our state outlined the regular meetings held between the two countries and recalled his participation at the Summit of Heads of Central Asian States, as well as President Emomali Rahmon's visit to the Summit of the Central Asian States and Azerbaijan last year. President Ilham Aliyev stressed that one of the important stages in the development of relations is the signing of the Declaration on Strategic Partnership, which will officially raise the level of bilateral relations. The head of our state said one of the topics discussed at the meeting was cooperation in the transport sector, taking into account the new opportunities offered by the transport and logistic infrastructure of Tajikistan and Azerbaijan. I think it will be useful to join our efforts in this direction and coordinate our steps more closely because Trans-Caspian Transport Corridor is becoming increasingly popular in the European and Central Asian regions, said President Ilham Aliyev, adding that Azerbaijan, as a connecting link and a country located at the junction of Europe and Asia, naturally plays an important role in this issue with its transportation infrastructure. The composition of our delegations alone speaks volumes about the areas we actively cooperate in. I'm sure that the results will also be very impressive and the visit will be useful and enjoyable, President Ilham Aliyev concluded.
Приятно. Еще раз добро пожаловать.
Большое спасибо, уважаемый Илхам Гайдарович.
President Emomali Rahmon thanked the head of our state for the warm welcome and expressed confidence that the result of meetings will bring cooperation between our countries to a new level of development. Azerbaijan is a reliable friend and partner for Tajikistan. Our countries have time-tested relations. We have close positions on topical regional and international issues. Humanitarian ties aimed at bringing the peoples of our countries even closer together are actively developing, said President Emomali Rahmon. A historic decision has been taken that will raise our interstate relations to the level of strategic partnership, said President of Tajikistan, adding that these decisions consolidate the successes in promoting our interaction achieved throughout the years of our independence. The national leader of the Azerbaijani people, the highly esteemed Heydar Aliyevich Aliyev, was the origin of this process, said President Emomali Rahmon, expressing confidence that the agreements reached will meet the fundamental interests of our brotherly peoples and will become a solid foundation for Tajikistan-Azerbaijani relations, said the President of Tajikistan.
A ceremony of signing documents was held with participation of President Ilham Aliyev and President of Tajikistan, Emomali Rahmon.
Minister of Digital Development and Transport of the Republic of Azerbaijan Rashad Nabiyev and Minister of Industry and New Technologies of the Republic of Tajikistan Sherali Kabir signed the Memorandum of Understanding between the Minister of Digital Development and Transport of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Minister of Industry and New Technologies of the Republic of Tajikistan. Minister of Justice of the Republic of Azerbaijan Farid Ahmadov and Director of the Execution Service under the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan Barno Saidvalzadeh signed a memorandum on cooperation in the field of execution of judicial acts and acts of other bodies between the Ministry of Justice of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Execution Service under the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan. Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources of the Republic of Azerbaijan Mukhtar Babayev and Chairman of the Committee for Environmental Protection under the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan Shalzadeh Bahadur signed a Memorandum of Understanding on cooperation in the field of environmental protection between the Minister of Ecology and Natural Resources of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Committee for Environmental Protection Committee under the Government of the Republic of Azerbaijan. Minister of Economy of the Republic of Azerbaijan Mikhail Jabbarov and Minister of Economic Development and Trade of the Republic of Tajikistan Zavgizadeh Zavgi signed the agreement on cooperation in the field of industrial property protection between the Government of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan, and the Memorandum of Understanding on cooperation in the field of digital trade between the Government of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan. Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ceyhun Bayramov and Minister of Internal Affairs of the Republic of Tajikistan Rahimzodeh Ramazan signed the agreement on cooperation in the field of migration between the Government of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan. Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Azerbaijan Minister Ceyhun Bayramov and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Tajikistan Sirajuddin Muhriddin signed the agreement on cooperation in the field of technical information protection between the Government of the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Government of the Republic of Tajikistan. Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, and Emomali Rahmon, President of the Republic of Tajikistan, signed the Declaration on Strategic Partnership between the Republic of Azerbaijan and the Republic of Tajikistan.
President Ilham Aliyev and President of Tajikistan Emomali Rahmon made press statements. President Ilham Aliyev was interviewed by Euronews TV channel on the sidelines of the high-level segment of the 15th Petersburg Climate Dialogue held in Berlin, Germany on April 26.
President Aliyev, it's a pleasure as always to be here talking with you. We are here in Berlin for the Petersburg Climate Dialogue. Well, this really is the beginning of the road to COP29. You know, your team must be very excited. What can we expect from this year's COP, and how much is going to be actionable, not just discussion?
We want to create an environment which will be comfortable for all the parties. We had great experience in building bridges in non-aligned movement. As you know, we've been chairing the movement for 4 years with 120 members. Really, we, I think, made a big progress. We are actively working with countries of European Union. We've signed and adopted strategic partnership declaration. So in other words, Global South and the West, and how to engage together in the addressing issues of climate change, how to strengthen solidarity, shared responsibility, and reduce certain mistrust with respect to the issues of climate change. Because, you know, different ideas, different views.
The idea of fossil fuels is something that dominated the headlines last year at COP28 in the UAE. And I just wondered whether you think that is a positive development within the COP history to have a fossil fuel producing country leading the way, making the changes and the transitions.
That's actually what we are trying to achieve. And one of my messages today at the conference was that don't judge us by what we have, judge us by how we treat what we have, by our agenda. And also one of the issues which is important to understand is, apart from what I've said about our involvement in Europe, in non-aligned movement, we're also members of OPEC Plus countries. And we are already working with many oil-producing countries in order to create a kind of a solidarity package prior to COP. What can be additional? I think that oil-producing countries, especially when the price of oil is high, should pay more, should give more in order to tackle the problem. So solidarity is, I think, integral part of financing and how we'll succeed.
What would you love to be the lasting legacy for COP29?
If we can make additional step towards green world and tangible step with a continuation, I think that will be the most important legacy. At the same time, as you know, one initiative which is new for COP already was put forward by us, a creation of Troika, of 3 countries. So using the experience of UAE and now Azerbaijan and later Brazil to create this trilateral format of cooperation, because each of these 3 countries has involvement in different regional, political, economic, etc. issues. So combination of efforts, solidarity, we should stop blaming each other. Those countries which do not have oil should not point finger on those who have. Small developing countries should not demand big countries saying that you are responsible for climate disaster. So this is diplomacy, policy, finance, and of course, as a host country, we, I think, can create a platform for that.
Mr. President, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time
Thank you very
today.
much.
Thank you.
The head of state accepted credentials of newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Ukraine, Yuri Husev, on May 25th. The ambassador presented his credentials to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev then had a conversation with the ambassador. The ambassador conveyed greetings from the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, to which President Ilham Aliyev expressed his gratitude and requested that his own greetings be communicated to the Ukrainian President. The head of state recalled his recent phone conversation with President Volodymyr Zelensky a few days prior, noting that they discussed cooperation in the energy sector between the two countries. The discussion highlighted the formation of friendly ties and good bilateral relations between Azerbaijan and Ukraine since the restoration of their independence. The sides emphasized that both countries support each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. The ambassador expresses gratitude for the humanitarian assistance provided to Ukraine, particularly the rehabilitation projects organized in Azerbaijan for Ukrainian children. Yuri Husiev mentioned his visit to the city of Lachin the previous day, expressing his admiration for the ongoing reconstruction and restoration works there. He also highlighted the establishment of sister city relations between Irpin and Lachin. The meeting saw an exchange of views on other issues of mutual interest. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, accepted credentials of newly appointed Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Italian Republic, Luca Di Gianfrancesco, on May 25th. The ambassador presented his credentials to the head of state. President Ilham Aliyev then had a conversation with the ambassador. Expressing satisfaction with his appointment as ambassador to Azerbaijan, Ambassador Gianfrancesco conveyed the greetings of President Sergio Mattarella of Italy to President Ilham Aliyev. President Ilham Aliyev expressed gratitude for the greetings and asked the ambassador to relay his own greetings back to the Italian president. During the conversation, the sides emphasized the special character of the relations between the two countries, which are developing within the framework of strategic partnership. The ambassador noted the successful development of relations in various areas, including science and education, and praised the efforts to open Italian universities in Azerbaijan. President Ilham Aliyev highlighted Italy's status as one of Azerbaijan's main trading partners within the European Union. The sides hailed the dynamic development of political, humanitarian, economic, and educational cooperation between the two countries. They mentioned that relations between Azerbaijan and Italy began with the energy sector and expanded to cover various areas including culture, information and communication technologies, transportations, and others. The conversation also emphasized the active involvement of companies from Italy, a friendly and partnering country, in reconstruction and restoration works in Azerbaijan's liberated territories. The meeting discussed the development of the Middle Corridor and explored prospects for cooperation in this context. Furthermore, the meeting addressed Azerbaijan-EU relations and Italy's support as an EU member to Azerbaijan in this process. That was all for the week. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.